Akil Patterson didn't wake up as usual. Welcome to the breakdown, episode 87, sponsored by who the hell's the sponsor? Okay, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, also sponsored by xSPECTAR. I got this goddamn light in my eyes, man. This shit is like brutal. Oh, there goes this douchebag. Hold on one second. Let me bring on the douchebag. You felt like waking up today?
Don't call me a douchebag. It wasn't that my camera. I took a cord out last night and I couldn't find it.
Sponsored by Unstoppable Domains. Also sponsored by xSPECTAR. Powered by Gokhshtein Media. Powered by Gokhshtein Media. I held a space today, early in the morning, called Morning News. Popped off, went off at a few people. Who the fuck's playing the bango? What are we doing here? Who's playing that music?
Oh, I'm sorry. I still have my. I'm sorry. I have classic music on in the background. 1 second.
The fuck is this?
What?
We'll fucking play classical music right now? Ain't nothing classical right now that's gonna happen. You better put on some hip hop. You better put on some 50 because I'm coming for asses today.
I mean, do what you got to do, but I'm gonna tell you now. You don't get none of this. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, we got lot. We got a lot to unwrap here. So we
unwrap, David. We just got grifted. Sam grifted the world. Like, Sam has literally stolen billions of dollars at this point. So Sam better stay down there in fucking Bahamas because somebody gonna fuck his little ass up.
We have turned the people into this space that have a platform into gods. That's the problem. I said this on the show earlier today that I had on Spaces. We have put people in the same light as Jesus. That's the problem. Did anybody know who Sam was before FTX? Or even about a year or two ago? Nobody knew who he was. Nobody. How many times did I say that I have no clue who the hell uses FTX? How many times did I say that?
I still don't know anybody who uses it.
That's what I'm saying. How many times did we say we don't know who uses FTX?
Oh, 100 times. We're like, well, who uses FTX? Like, I still don't know anybody. It's like, I asked the question on Twitter. Please, if you know somebody, have them come speak to us because I don't know anyone who has ever used FTX. I don't even know if Tom Brady's ever used FTX. I don't even know what the fucking platform looks like, what the interface is like, David. That's how long it's been.
By the way, SBF tweeted out today. So I'm going to repeat what I repeated earlier today on Spaces. And by the way, shout out to everybody who joined the Spaces. Shout out to everybody. I want to say thank you very much to Jess because Jess helped me co-host the room when I got freaking stuck in a bad signal zone. Thank you. Appreciate it. Today, I went after CZ. Akil,
why'd you go after CZ? What the fuck he do?
Here's the reason why I went after CZ. Here's the reason why.
Okay.
Because CZ is a leader, is one of the leaders in this space. Yes, yay or nay?
Yes, he is.
Cool. Would a leader go out and put out the tweet that he put out that went ahead and sent the market backwards. I understand we want transparency. So it's a double-edged sword. But what I'm saying is, could there have been a better way for CZ to do that for the community? From a business perspective, CZ did nothing wrong. CZ played his cards right. If we look at it from a business perspective, he played it right. He said he was going to buy FTX, right?
Yeah. Well,
Let me ask
he
you
had.
this question. Do you think
He,
that CZ had absolutely zero knowledge of what their balance sheet looked like, or maybe assume or had any assumptions? You don't think he had any assumptions that there might be something wrong?
well, David, as I told you yesterday, from reliable sources at a major company, that he had been asking around about them.
I'm
Like
asking. I asked you a question. Do you think CZ had any knowledge of what FTX's health was before he went out and tweeted out that he will possibly acquire FTX? I know it was on the conditions of the books being good, but you understand, and I said this already in the chat on Twitter Spaces earlier today, that people do not understand English on crypto Twitter. So they only see one word, and that was acquire. They didn't read the rest of the things. They don't understand what LOI is. They have no clue what the hell the acquired part stuck out, right? So I'm asking you this question. Do you think this is business? Do you think that CZ had no knowledge of what was going on within the books?
and David, as a professional in a space that I want to make sure that we are cognizant that we do not all end up in fucking prison, I simply stated once again, CZ has already asked around about companies. So that ergo, I was saying in my own little very, very, very conservative way
Oh my God! Like,
that
what
he had, yes, he has indicated through his actions that he may have known. I'm saying yes, he may have known. I can't definitively say it, but because he's calling other people going, hey, what do you think about Binance? Or hey, how do your books look? Like he's asking professionals about their companies. And if he's doing that, he has a clue of what's going on. With that being said, though, he had a moral obligation, I believe. And I honestly believe this. I believe he was conflicted with a moral obligation to let it out. So that first tweet was, he was like, you know what? Something's wrong over at FTX. We're gonna pull out our money. We're gonna liquidate our thing. Sam reaches out. Hey, let's not do that. We'll sell to you. Oh. I mean, it's enticing, right? CZ goes, he'll sell to me? Well, fuck. All right, I'll take it. I'll take your money. But then he goes and he says, what's going on here? His response is, you know what? Hey guys, we can't do this. We would love to help. We want to make sure their investors are taken care of, but we can't do this because then we become the target of someone else's love and affection. So then they changed the terms of the deal, saying they wanted, no, we'll take FTX.US as well. That right there blew up the deal. When it became known that they wanted FTX.US as well, it blew up the deal because effectively they could not do it because there was something wrong with the books. that's when they said, we cannot be a part of this. So while I understand that people want to be protected, at the same time, he did protect them. FTX, man, rest in peace, man.
Do you have some sort of signed deal with fucking Binance? Because can you wipe
I
the fucking brown off of your fucking nose?
I didn't.
Oh my God. Did you
What the
just
fuck are you talking about?
shoved your head up CZ's ass just now?
I did nothing of the sort, good sir.
Oh my God. You literally gave him a colonoscopy and shit.
When was the last time you got one? You're 40.
No, well, listen, the new thing is 50, so it's all good.
Hey, get checked. Men at home, get checked.
That's for sure, man.
Yeah.
Because never mind. I ain't gonna go into that. First of all, you didn't answer my question at all. So thank you very much
did.
for avoiding the whole thing.
I did.
You just put me to sleep. Okay.
I answered.
You should have ran for office because all you did was you put me to sleep. Okay. You put me to goddamn sleep.
Actually, if I ran for office, I'd wake you up.
Anyway.
Because I'm part of woke culture.
CZ, I can't tell CZ what to do. He's his own person. But CZ has a big platform. Him coming out and tweeting that was devastating.
Yeah.
But then he gave people hope. But okay, so I'm going to reposition this conversation. From a business standpoint, his maneuvers were right. From a business standpoint. Now, understand what I'm saying right now. From a business standpoint, in a centralized world, what CZ did was 4D chess. So I can't hate on them.
Mm-hmm.
From a crypto industry standpoint,
terrible.
what he did hurt us. And what I mean by us, the people who have millions and billions of dollars, they're not hurt. People who have billions and millions of dollars made here, they're not hurt. They're not hurt by this.
Well, they're going to act like it.
The retail buyer, the person that is building, the person that has come into the space that has been dreaming of an opportunity, they were hurt during this entire dick swinging contest. I'm not blaming CZ. I want to make this fucking clear. I'm not trying to really shit on CZ. Sam's the bad guy here. Sam's the asshole. Okay? Let me make that very clear. But CZ, being that he is or he has been in this space for a very long time, there's a way to go ahead and maneuver to make sure that the space is not effective. Hey guys, Justin Sun. Hey, Brian from Coinbase. Hey, yo, let's all get together. We need to get on a conference call.
Hey, Novigrads, come save us.
Whoever it is. Hey guys, can we get on a private conference call? NDAs signed. We need to go talk. Let's all have a conversation. We talk about we don't need regulation. We don't want regulators. We want to build our space. We want to keep out the middleman, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Cool. Then that's the way you should have went about it. Closed doors. Guys, listen, FTX is in trouble. It could hurt the industry. We need to figure out a way to go ahead and make sure minimum damage. Minimum. Instead, we went and had a dick measuring contest. That's why, starting from yesterday, I no longer hold any of these people on a pedestal. There are no gods in this space. There are people that have built really great utility and platforms within space, but that does not make them gods. You can appreciate them, clap for them when they do good, but also at the same time, you can sit back now and say, yo, it's not. Remember, they have money. They have money, and I'm not looking into their pockets. God bless them. I'm not envious of that. Definitely not envious of it. But you have to look at it and be unbiased and say, you know what? It wasn't the right call for our industry to go ahead and have this happen. That's it. Like I'm like you really have to sit back and you have to say that. I spoke to Johnny today. Johnny's always in this room today. Huddle for the future. I think that's the tag. He had something to say about BitBoy, but you know what? This is the only thing that I had to say back was, and this, hey, I'm not BitBoy's PR guy. People, if people make mistakes, but he was the only one out there saying that SBF is not who you think he is.
Yeah.
And nobody, for the most part, nobody listens to him.
You know who definitely didn't listen to him? Those guys over at Unbanked. Now they started this shit. They started with BitBoy. Let's be very clear. BitBoy put out he was talking. He made a statement because he was upset because he found out. I want you all to recognize BitBoy found out what I found out many, many moons ago. Politics is fucking dirty. It is a fucking dirty contact sport. It is worse than any football game I've ever played. You will think you've walked out of it with like unscathed. The fact we've got people that agree with Ted Cruz because he backs BitBoy or backed Bitcoin is fucking weird. And I'll say that very much. There are people, you saw how New Yorkers treat him. They hate that guy. Like, do you know how much it takes for a New Yorker to fucking hate you? I mean, just hate you. Like, Ted Cruz is a piece of shit. And they're like, but he supports Bitcoin. Fuck that guy. Like, his own family doesn't like him.
Oh my God. Here we go. Somehow we went into Ted Cruz, folks.
I'm saying this is what ends up happening.
Politics.
No, it's not about politics. It's about like, yo, look, that guy is just a fucking piece of shit. Like, he is not popular at all amongst anybody. But at the end of the day, BitBoy did not start the fight. It was the little fucker from Unbanked. First off, who's never been unbanked, FYI. You know that, right? Like unbanked. I'm like, yo, a bunch of rich kids, they're talking about being unbanked. Man, fuck y'all. Like, don't do that. We'll take care of this. It's like, what? Because BitBoy said, you're the suit. You're the suit. You're the Ivy League prep school kid who gets a bunch of money and then tells everybody else how to do this right. Like, oh, we'll take care of it. Well, who's taking care of it, guys? Who's taking care of it?
I'm gonna tell you one
guess
thing.
What? CZ at least came out and was like, yeah, we can't do this. He did it publicly. There's probably a better way to do that. There's always a better way, absolutely. But that's playing Monday morning quarterback. That's what that is.
I'm gonna say one thing. If there's anything that I've taken out from BitBoy, it is that there's one thing that he said that it rang true. When people go ahead, this has happened to me, and now you know what? I'm honestly ripping off this whole professional shit, and I'm going back to being who I was before. That shit started yesterday. Like I'm completely unfiltered, man. Like I realized when he said, you know, when I was out there saying that Safe Moon, like I questioned Safe Moon.
Yeah, that 10% in. Yeah.
I've questioned a lot of things in this space, but I'm giving you an example. I questioned Safe Moon, right?
Yep.
And I was destroyed. I'm an OG in this space. and I was destroyed. I became the villain. Yo, literally, I became the villain. In everybody's eyes, I am the villain.
Well, you kind of are.
For what reasons, though?
Well, because you're just so mean
Because
to
I'm
all the people.
outspoken.
Well, because you're mean to all these people.
I'm not mean to anybody.
You're a New Yorker, David. You talking is mean to these people.
But think about it. This space, when you ask a question,
You're not allowed to ask questions, David. Why are you asking questions? You can't ask questions.
but I became the villain. And I became the villain for everybody. I became a villain because check this out. Check out my timeline here. Ready? I could have been a Bitcoin maxi and avoided all this shit. And let's be 100%. I could have been a Bitcoin maxi. I could do what they're doing, and that is secretly put Ethereum, XRP, all these bags on the low, onto the side, and come onto Twitter or social media and act like, yo, I'm a maxi, fuck those bags. Everything else is vaporware. I didn't. I went against them and I said, you know what? That's the wrong approach. That is the wrong approach. There's dope shit that's being innovated here in this space. There's room for everybody. I got destroyed. And now it became the villain there. They tried to go ahead and cancel me, but they couldn't cancel me. Fuck you. Couldn't cancel me. I'm still here. Half of them left. Half of your heroes left. Safe Moon, I asked the question again. I use Safe Moon as a hypothetical. I asked Safe Moon questions. I asked the community questions. Not that I don't like the community. I just asked questions about the protocol because I wasn't used to the reflections thing. I wasn't used to the whole, hey, we're going to tax you. So I asked the question because it wasn't normal to me. Destroyed. I became the villain. From every which angle, I became the villain. So then it became either you're going to like me or you're not going to like me. So when he put that out, when BitBoy put that out, that tweet, I felt it. I felt this tweet. I don't know where BitBoy stands. I cannot speak for this man. I don't know where he stands. I know where I stand, though. I don't need. Let me ask you a question, Akil. Do I need Gokhshtein Media?
Folks at home, David did not need Gokhshtein Media. Matter of fact, if you ever know the story of him and you know what, we need to write that book. You and Ross should tell the story about how you guys became business partners after never meeting in person. But no, you did not need Gokhshtein Media.
Could I be silent? Do I need to go on social media and tweet anything? Honestly.
Nope. You got enough people.
What do I gain from being here? Well, I don't gain anything.
Whoa.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, fuck you too. Our friendship is important, but all right, if not.
No. I'm leading into this. I don't need any of this shit. I don't need any of it. The only reason why I do this is because I honestly feel that we do not have a platform at the time when I started this, and we still don't, that actually help the community. And that's why G Media was created. And by the way, folks, I didn't name it Gokhshtein Media to go ahead and be arrogant. It's just that the people on the staff had no clue, couldn't even come up with a name. So at one point, when they offered up Gokhshtein Media, I was like, you know what? This is 4 weeks. Nobody could come up with a goddamn name that isn't generic. Let's run with it until a name can be found. And that's why the name Gokhshtein Media is Gokhshtein Media. Has nothing to do. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and come out with a media company, be after me, and I'm gonna go ahead and be like a blue. No, it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I think the original name of what Ross's was something with Bitcoin in it. It was
It was
just
Blockchain Bitcoin Magazine. So
yeah.
all this was like, yo, we're gonna use my name until we can figure out a dope name. Either the case, I bled money to go ahead and provide educational material. So somebody said something in the chat today and was like, yo, why don't we support January? January, who ran for a seat in the House. Why
Okay,
don't we go
yeah.
ahead and support her? We won't. This community won't support people that are trying to change things around, help us maybe go from a $3 trillion industry to a $10 trillion industry. We won't support that. We'll support rooms that shitpost all day long.
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay, we'll sit in those rooms and we'll talk about shitposting and all this, but we will not talk about what needs to be talked about. Okay, and we will not invest into companies that go ahead and provide educational material. You know what? I won't even say that because there's a bunch of VCs that have approached G Media because they want G Media. Okay, there's a bunch of companies that have already reached out that want to go ahead and invest into G Media. But I want this to be the people's fucking media company. I really do. At the end of the day, I want this to be the people's fucking media company.
Well, good luck with that one. Because then they'll get rid of me.
Listen, at the end of the day, point being, I didn't come on here for clout, retweets, likes. I really wanted to be here because I felt like I can go ahead and bring change to this community. I could. I feel that way. I really do. I fought through everything thrown at me, fought through it, but that will not stop me in my mission to go ahead and get everybody possible into this space. So that brings me to CZ and everybody. You have this platform. See, but again, nobody from the community, though, you won't have people, you have some people, but you won't have a lot of people investing into G Media. You know why? We're too positive. We're trying to do something that's positive. We're trying to do something that builds the space. We'd rather go ahead and go into Cointelegraph and CoinDesk and support them who don't have shows, who don't come out there to Twitter spaces, who don't engage with the community, that don't give a fuck about the community. We're just going to give you an article, guys, and have a nice day. You guys go ahead and do whatever you want with it. But you won't support a bunch of people from the community who are trying to go ahead and lay it down in layman's terms to help you guys out. That's all fucking good. Either way, we're going to fucking make it. We're going to win this battle. 2 years, they ain't going to fucking stop me. Period, said and done. So going back to it, CZ has this platform. He should have done better. Sam, raising money. If you are dumb enough, if somehow FTX survives this, and Sam is still a part of it, and you put your assets into his exchange, you deserve what you get. CZ has every right to go ahead and make sure that his money, he doesn't lose his money. He has every right to do so. The way he went about it.
I don't think it was losing money, though.
Hold on. He liquefied his money to get the fuck out.
So that's the company's money. That was his company's
what I'm saying money. Is, from a business standpoint,
it was 100% the right thing to do.
From a business standpoint, I agree with it. But from a crypto industry standpoint, it hurt us.
David. It's a calculated risk. He made a calculated risk.
No, it's not. Listen to what I'm saying, Akil. The ripple effects.
But that was a calculated risk that he took. It was one that he was allowed to take. David, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have done it better. He absolutely should have. But it's still his calculated risk. And I'm sorry that, I mean, it's just like anyone else. I believe in people having to look out for their own company. That's what
The
he was
ripple
doing.
effect. The ripple effect. Gary
I agree.
Gensler was on CNBC loving this. Do you understand what I'm saying? The ripple effect.
Yes. Literally, it's the ripple effect.
Correct. The ripple
XRP
effect.
XRP is going to be impacted.
But David, CZ doesn't owe us anything. We helped CZ become who he is. 90% of the people I know trade on Binance. We helped CZ become who he is. That doesn't mean that he owes us anything. But all I'm saying is we helped him. You can have the greatest platform in the world, but if it's not the customer, if it's not us on there, it ain't shit.
Oh my goodness. 10:22 out on the East Coast, 7:22 here on the West Coast.
You know what it is? And I'm probably going to get unfollowed by CZ, and that's fine. You know what? I don't care. If this hurts somebody's feelings, then I must have been right about something. Bottom line. If I'm CZ, if I were CZ, I would have done everything possible to make sure that I would come up with a plan with some of the smartest people in the room, smarter than me, which means that everybody is. And I would have brought all these people into the room, and we would have worked something out to make sure that this industry would not get hit. And I'm talking about not from a market standpoint, but from an outside looking in. I would have done something to make sure that none of this would have happened. So Easy went 12 hours later. No, and I really do believe he knew something wasn't right with. Well, obviously something isn't right with FTX, right? If FTX is ready to sell, there's something that's not right. Like let's pick this apart. If FTX is if you get a phone call from Sam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to talk to you, something isn't right. I'm getting a phone call from the guy who I'm battling swinging my dick at. Something ain't right.
So then he makes calls. He makes a bunch of phone calls.
I'm going to get everybody together. Let's get Jesse Powell together. Let's get Brian. Let's get everybody. Let's figure this out.
But it's not the. All right.
It is. It is because CZ is the guy now at the top. He is that guy.
He's up there, and he's tied with Sam. They've got the two biggest exchanges on the planet. Sam calls him, says, "Hey, maybe we should merge or something." Oh,
do you know what CZ
I'm gonna make
did?
give me what?
He did what JP Morgan would do, or what Bank of America would do to a smaller bank.
You mean they pulled the Lehman Brothers?
Yes.
Oh, Lehman Brothers, you're a solvent? Oh, we'll help you. Hey guys, buy up everything, they dump everything, make sure they go poor. Yeah, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you, Lehman Brothers. They dump, price goes down, Lehman Brothers can't cover their cost, and guess what? Boom. Lehman Brothers goes out of business forever after 120 years.
But this industry is different. And this is what I was expressing today on a Twitter Spaces. This industry is different. We escape the centralized world so we can have a better chance of understanding, number one, that we can own our own money. We could do as we wish with our own money. And here we are back to being in a centralized world. It is. It's the truth. And that's why I'm kind of frustrated, because we look to these people like they're gods. And I want to just press upon this and say that nobody in this space is a god. And everybody's going to think, oh, this is a anti-CZ rant. It's not. It's not. It's not. I've said multiple times that I appreciate what he's done for this industry. And I've told a lot of people, like, if you want to go ahead and be a CEO, look at CZ and how he went ahead and look how he built Binance. He went out onto social media, Twitter, every single day, and he talked to every single body, and he built what Binance is today by doing grassroots marketing, like literally out there every single day. So I give him credit for that. I'm not taking credit away. All I'm saying is this situation could have been handled differently and much better, because this industry deserves better. Because if this industry dies, this means that we all have to go back to the same shit show that we escaped from. There are people praying for this industry to die. There are people that go to church, light a candle, and they pray to see this industry fall apart.
Well, I'm going to say this, David. There are people who are traditional financiers. This has not rattled them at all. And
let me ask you a question, Akil. How many of those people are in crypto right now? Since you said that, you made that statement, how many of them are in crypto right now?
There are traditional people.
How many?
Who have not. Well, I was speaking about the 4 or 5 extremely wealthy folks that I know, and they're not rattled.
Okay.
So that means that they
95% of this entire industry has absolutely no clue about finance.
I understand that, David. And what I just said was, the ones that I've talked to, they're not rattled, and that gives me comfort. That gave me comfort, because they're in this space and they're like, this ain't nothing to worry about, man. Like, they said it with a straight face. And I know what most of them, I know in most of these, because they're people I know, when they lie to me, I'm like, come on, man, don't fucking bullshit me. I know, I'll look you right. I know who your mother is, motherfucker. Like, if I know who your wife, your mother, your daughters are, if I've held your babies, or if I've coddled your grandchildren, or if I played basketball with your sons, which always ends up sucking, I know you. And all I'm saying is they were kind of like, man, this ain't nothing to be worried about. They were like, look at the industry before, look at it after. Like, I was like, okay, I feel you. Because I was worried. Definitely, like $16,000. I'm like, what the fuck? Do I need to go? Do I buy? Do I sell? Kill, if you want to buy, you can buy, man, but don't be rattled. Oh, what'd you do? They went out and bought. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not telling anybody to go buy anything. I'm not telling anybody to sell anything. I'm just simply saying that there are people who looked me in the eye that I know that were like, don't even worry about this, man. You got to, this isn't something to be worried about. Hey, if you're really nervous, go ahead, but we don't see it lasting forever. Again, it gives me solace. It gives me solace to know that they're unrattled. Now, do they got a lot more money than me? Fuck yeah. Could they lose all the money they've made in this and be fine still? Literally, yes. Could they liquidate now and still be rich? Absolutely. So there are people who have, and there are people that have not. But I think as an industry as a whole, we will come out of this better. Better, David. I was watching like CNBC and Fox Business News. Like I told you guys, I get up in the mornings and watch that stuff. Nobody other than a few folks are like, people are literally saying, even the industry folks, are like the traditional bankers, they're saying, well, this isn't the industry's not going to just fold overnight. As like, this is pretty big, and it's a lot of people are invested in this, and so if anything, this is going to be a bounce back. So again, I don't see this shutting down and going off the rails. I see this continuing, but what's going to happen? Listen to this now. What's going to happen? Everybody out there that was screaming for DeFi, no regulations. This is going to bring the massive regulations. I said CBDCs will eventually win out, not because I want to be right, but because it's the truth. And this just set it up for that sort of engagement.
It is 10:32 a.m. on the East, 7:32 on the West. You've joined the Breakdown, episode 87, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, also sponsored by xSPECTAR, powered by Gokhshtein Media. You can tune into us on YouTube. I put the link on the top. You can also go ahead and join in, obviously, on Twitter Spaces and just hear us as we speak. Hear about the current topic, which is obviously the shit show that FTX is. Reading a ton of stuff that's coming out. Somebody just tweeted me, Dave, I want to see you on the Dave Portnoy show. Dave Portnoy is not relevant. Okay, he's come out of the woodworks to go ahead and get more engagement. Okay, I could care less about him. He's not anybody of anything in the crypto space. Period. So you could care less about that. I'll watch Best Friends podcast or some shit, whatever that shit is. Let me break down this that I'm getting in.
What are you reading now?
All right, so let's break this down. Bitcoin Magazine reported Tether reportedly begins freezing USDT addresses owned by FTX at the request of law enforcement.
Yep.
Tom Emmer tweeted out, who happens to be a Senate. I think he's a senator. Is he a senator or is he a?
What's the name?
Tom Edmer.
Edmer? No, I don't think he's Tom Edmer. No, that's not a senator.
He's probably a House representative, right? He's a
Yeah, he might be.
He's a rep. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
He's not a senator.
He tweeted this out. He said, interesting. Gary runs to the media while reports to my office allege he was helping SBF and FTX work on illegal loopholes to obtain a regulatory monopoly. We're looking into this. By the way, if you look at how many times SBF and FTX met with Gary, it was a lot. Tier 10X, that account that breaks news on Twitter. So the Wall Street Journal says that FTX had 16 billion in customer assets, and they gave 10 billion to, oh my God, 10 billion to Amaretta, and they blew it all.
Well, so here's what I don't know how they blew it all, but there is something that I will say. $32 million were given to Democratic candidates. About $15 million were given to Republican candidates. So that tells you where they threw their money at. I'm just telling everybody the facts. It's about $15 million were given to Republican candidates, about $32 million to Democratic candidates. Just letting you all know that once again, the easiest way to the top, buy your politicians. Told you that before. Invest in your politicians, because you know some evil fucking people are.
By the way, real quick, I just want to make this known that the CPI numbers came out today, and nobody gave a shit about them in crypto because obviously of everything that's going on here. But they came out at 7.7%, so much lower than last month. 7.7% on the CPI numbers. Obviously, a positive effect on the market. If you look at the market today, the market is rebounding. So just putting it out there. I didn't get to talk about that, but CPI numbers came out 7.7%. You know, I don't know if you should be happy about, having that kind of number that high, but I mean it's getting lower. So okay, let's clap here. Hopefully, I'll get happy when we're at 3 to 4%.
You can go Google. Somebody just asked for a link to the CPI numbers. You can go Google it. It's move your finger over the cursor, click Google CPI numbers. It'll come up.
Anybody who wants to, because I have people that want to request to come up on Spaces, guys. We do everything on YouTube, so if you'd like to go ahead and chime in, and you got a camera and you got a microphone, you're more than happy to go ahead and send a DM to Akil Patterson, and he will go ahead and provide you with the link. This is the breakdown, episode 87. We are talking about everything that's happened with this market in the last 3 days. By the way, the Dow is up. Apparently, Macro is telling us it's up by 800 points today. I haven't even looked. Yeah, 807 points at this current moment. It is up by 2.5% today, obviously due to the news that it actually came in lower. So they were expecting the CPI numbers to come in at 7.9, and it came in at 7.7. So again, numbers are lower. People are happy. People are slowly starting to put their money back into the market, except the crypto, which is crazy because usually crypto is the first to get market injected into it. It's the first to have people take money out of it, and it's the first to have people put money into it.
There's a lot of people shit talking, going for victory laps. I want you all to be shit talking in a couple of weeks here. I really will. I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember everybody I talk shit right now. I'm watching. We gonna remember you.
But
and then when I call,
remember what exactly?
They're shit talking. Crypto's dead. It's the end of it, and everyone's got scammed. Keep talking that shit.
Yesterday,
keep coming with that fucking energy.
I was about to sell 80% of my holdings in Bitcoin.
I mean, you could have probably bought back at a lower price. That's probably why.
Doesn't matter. I first of all, Peter Schiff, you are scared to do a one-on-one with me because I will hand you your ass. So you pick people to come up that are so blinded by Bitcoin that they don't have a rational response to you. That's the problem. So you can't get anybody up on your goddamn show. When you had one yesterday, you would not let me up because you knew, I was going to torture this man. This man accepts Bitcoin on his website. He accepts cryptocurrency for gold. Enough said. The argument's dead. If he saw no value in transacting within cryptocurrency, he wouldn't accept it. That mops the floor with him. Meanwhile, people are trying to explain to him why he should get into Bitcoin, why he should get into crypto. Don't. He's already in it. But these Bitcoin maxis are so blinded by their faith in Bitcoin that they can't give a rational response. They have no reply. I can't look into the chat. People are cracking jokes. It's hilarious. It's funny as hell. Shout out to all the people on YouTube. You guys make me laugh. Shout out to people tuning in on Twitter Spaces. Appreciate you guys. Thank God. I'll say this. Thank God FTX did happen now rather than later, when we start to get on to the next bull run. Like, it's a good thing, because now hopefully there is nothing there to stop us from hitting the numbers that we were projected to hit the last time around. Because at 69, if you look at the last run, there was no reason for us to go backwards. There was no telltale sign of there really wasn't any telltale sign to say, hey, you know what? We can't hit 100 here. But because of all the Celsius, the 3 arrows, the lunas, that messed us up. So good. We get rid of it. Great. That is maybe the only good part. The bad part is we just gave ammunition to everybody who dislikes cryptocurrency. They only dislike it because, one, they know absolutely nothing about it. They believe that it's a threat, which it isn't. It isn't a threat. Because if there's something that is convenient, how can something be a threat if it actually helps the average Joe? There's no threat. The only threat it poses a threat to the banks. JP Morgan won't be able to go ahead and charge anybody 17%. They need somebody to charge 17% too. We got to stop this. Where are we going to make the money? The 1% are the only people that fear cryptocurrency. They fear it because they know exactly what it does. It gets rid of the middleman is gone. They can no longer make profit. They can no longer put people into debt. And it takes away any sort of control that they have over us. It changes the entire narrative. But when you do this, when you go and have a shit show like FTX, people who are on the fence on whether or not they should get into crypto, they're like, nah, these politicians are right. They're all right. This is not it. This is like magic internet money. These people are smoking.
Don't do that. Don't talk about people that smoke. Smoking weed. Look, folks. It's stressful right now. I'm dealing with this guy. I'm a little stressed. So, a little sativa. I don't even like sativas, but I figured I'd get a little sativa to kind of bring down the energy. I had to roll it up. That's why I had to go off camera. Had to get the special stash out. So, but yeah, David. Yeah, this is some shit, man.
Before we go back onto the subject, I wanted to touch on this real quickly. Elon Musk went ahead and held an entire space, a Q&A, which didn't allow anybody from the community to go ahead and participate in this Q&A.
Surprise, surprise.
This entire verification process, shit show. A complete shit show. They upgraded me from $4.99 to $7.99 and took away So like if you look at my verified check, no longer am I a notable figure. I am now just a person who bought a badge for $8. So I don't care about that shit. But now I don't know. Like I used to, it's not that I followed people with a check mark, but I used to like look at people who had a check mark and I'd be like, oh, okay, like let me see what they're, that's a reliable source, I would think. Let me look and see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Now, all like when I look at my timeline, I'm just flooded with it.
So did you see what Mark Cuban said?
I read what, so I retweeted what Mark Cuban said.
Yeah, that
And
was a good tweet. Mark Cuban just simply said, yeah.
I agree with Mark Cuban, where
Yeah.
like I don't know who's who. Like I don't know. I got trolls that have check marks that are. I don't know who's who. There's no difference.
Yeah.
There's no difference. You know what? It's great to sit in Elon's. You know, Elon can sit in his position. He has SpaceX. He has Tesla. He has the Boring Company. He's notable. He doesn't need a check mark. I get it. But not everybody is on the same step. Not everybody's sitting on the same, you know, totem pole as he is, man. Scammers are all over the place now with this $8. But people, you know what it is? People's reactions are, hold up, David, you're hating. You're hating because now you're just like one of us. Or you thought that somebody said your blue check mark made you? No, 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 no. I already built my brands way before I got my check mark.
Yeah.
My check mark was only there or put on to protect me. And no, go ahead and verify it with Elon. I didn't pay shit to go ahead and get verified.
I
Not
didn't
on
either.
Instagram, not on TikTok, not on Twitter. Didn't pay dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're 100% right.
I got the check mark because I happen to appear on Fox, not paid news. Okay. Not like everybody else who pays for their Fox Business News appearance. I didn't pay to go on Fox Business. I didn't pay to go. I didn't deny Bloomberg 3 times not to go on their telecast because all they wanted to do was shit on crypto. But all these articles, Business Insider, all that stuff didn't pay. They come to me. They ask me, hey, what do you think about the crypto market? So yeah, I've built a business and I'm trying to protect it. I apologize that I want to protect my business. I apologize that I want to protect my brands, especially in this industry where anybody could take my name. Go ahead and search up my name. Go search up my name on Twitter right now. You'll see there's like 40 fake David Gokhshteins that troll people and that ask people for money. This has nothing to do with I am better than you. It has nothing to do with I am better than you.
Well, if you get one from somebody named Akil Patterson, don't give him shit because I would never ask for it. I wouldn't ask for dick. Matter of fact, I don't ask for nothing. I don't take nothing. I don't give nothing away. I am neutral. I am Switzerland over here. But David, you're right. Like I had some guy over in the VV community do the same thing. He's like, "Oh, don't think your check mark makes you." Like, mother, I lose it. And fuck you. You don't know shit about me. Matter of fact, you can Google my name and you can see that everything I've done has nothing to do with this fucking industry. It's been about helping people. But a check mark doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you shit.
It doesn't.
It's like when remember that time that guy came to that space. He's like, I have a Bored Ape. You got to listen to me. Like, fuck you, man. Nobody's that listening to shit. You bought a Bored Ape. Go fuck yourself.
There are plenty of people that don't have check marks. There are plenty of people that don't have check marks, don't care about the check marks, and continue to go ahead and innovate dope shit. My only thing is this. I am going to protect my brand and do everything possible to protect my brand. Period. I'm not going to have people running. So what I said is this. I just said this and I'm going to end it. I'm not going to talk about the check mark anymore. because I think it's the worst thing that Elon has ever done, and he's playing with everybody's brands. Okay, a lot of people showed up to that conference. You know what? I thought it was insane, but a lot of brands showed up to that conference because they're probably feeling the same way. Like, yo, how do people go ahead and reach us? How do they reach our brand? He didn't care. We'll figure it out. We'll play around with it. Thanks for playing around with our brands. Appreciate it. You know what? I've been on Twitter since 2010, using this platform to build my brand, and I was more than happy to go ahead and pay $4.99 every single month. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it because, again,
now he's charging you more money.
Yeah, people are going to think that, oh, he's entitled, he's an elitist, this, that, and the third, and they don't get it. They don't get it. The day that you guys build a brand, you'll understand. You'll understand why somebody like me will feel the way that I feel when I talk about this current situation. That's it. Until then, it doesn't really mean much because, again, you guys are going to have this perception that David hates us all. David doesn't want us to be a part of his clique. What clique? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. If a blue check mark makes you, God bless you, man. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to go ahead and be number one in the media industry. I can care less about a check mark. It is 10:52 a.m. on the East, 7:52 on the West. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 87. Felt like, doing a detour and talking about the whole check mark situation. I won't talk about it no more. I'm done with it. I won't even tweet about it. I'm not going to retweet anybody's tweets on it either. I'm just not going to say a word because it seems like if I say something about it, I'm bad. I'm an elitist. I'm putting people down. I value nobody's life or some shit like that. I don't know. People just make up random stories. God bless. You got a check mark. If that makes you happy, if a check mark is making you happy in your life right now, if you're going outside and you're telling everybody, hey guys, I got a check mark on Twitter. If that is the whole approach, God bless everybody. That goddamn check mark did nothing for me. It did not open any opportunities for me. I opened those opportunities myself. You know why? I grind daily to open up those opportunities. I don't need the check. And matter of fact, I'm trying to get rid of the check mark. I tried to get rid of my check mark yesterday. It won't allow me to get rid of my check mark because I don't know what it is. But when you hit the edit button and you try to save like a different handle, it won't allow you to. It does not allow you to go ahead and do anything to your account no more. I am stuck with the check mark. I actually don't want the check mark anymore because it's meaningless to me. And that's not me boycotting. That's just me saying like it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care about being shown on top of search engines. I don't care about that stuff. If you want to find me, you'll find me. That's it. Moving back to FTX. By the way, people requesting, again, you can send a link to Akil. Akil will go ahead and help you get onto the show as long as you have a camera and as long as you have a mic that actually works. Yeah, I also did Mikey Pounds. I also like the fact that you earned your check mark because you actually made something. So I think 90% of the people on Twitter earned a check mark. 10% obviously bought their check marks, but the 90% really did earn their, they earned to have the right to go ahead and have their shit verified so people know that that is a legitimate product and that's a legitimate source or that's a legitimate journalist or whatever it was. Anyway, I'm moving along. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah. FTX will be the story. FTX is the story right now.
I mean, there's a lot in there's David. How cool is it that a couple weeks ago we were talking about everything under the sun because crypto was a dead story, moving sideways, nothing happening. So
it was.
No, we all worked our way up to where we're at, guys. Everyone did, So, I didn't have oats and bananas. No. So last night, my partner makes me go out to grab some pizza with him, and takes me to some little place. It was actually pretty good. So I brought home a couple slices.
By the way,
Yeah,
this
cold pizza is the best. Don't talk shit on me. It's actually that pizza doesn't. It's not as bad as you. It's really good. It's really good.
this was reported 20 minutes ago. FTX approaches Kraken as potential rescue partner. FTX has approached Kraken as a potential partner. So right now, what you have is you have Sam, who is running all across the place in the crypto space to try to raise money to save FTX. I cannot see anybody being affiliated with FTX. Like, it would be a horrible thing for somebody to be affiliated with FTX while SBF is still in charge of FTX.
What are you looking for a comment there or something? No, nothing's gonna happen
You know what?
there.
I'm getting more and more people that are, you know what? I want to thank you. I'm going to say something real quick. Thank you very much. I have people in my DMs. I have a lot of DMs with people saying that you have become a leader in this space. And they come and they watch this show, especially to go ahead and get to calm down or to get some sort of message from us to go ahead and get some sort of relief when looking at this current market and the market situation. So thank you. I appreciate that.
That is really sweet of them.
You know, I usually I mess around and like make a joke out of it, but you know what? Maybe it's that time for me to go ahead and step out of my, step out of my comfort zone as I put myself into in this crypto space and start, like I said in Twitter Spaces earlier today, become that leader and start reaching out to more leaders that actually want to go ahead and take this space to the next level, because the shit posting doesn't do anything for us. The shit posting does do nothing for us. I don't shit post to begin with. I can have fun, but like at the end of the day, I'm trying to build. So anybody who wants to go ahead and build, more than happy. Why would you send me a message?
No, bro, that went to Charles.
No, that went to me, but okay, thanks.
No, it went to Charles.
Okay, if you say
Oh
so.
no. So hey, David, he DM'd both of us. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
One thing
why
that
I
I
was.
promised about G Media was that G Media would be completely transparent in reporting news within the crypto space. That we will call it down the line and we will allow everybody to make their own opinions or come to their own conclusions with the news that we would go ahead and put out there. The one thing that always sticks in my mind is Polkadot. When Polkadot came out, Cointelegraph only reported about it when it was at $12. Why not report about it when it was at $2 and give people an opportunity to get into it? Let's see. You see, this is what here's a social experiment. How about this? Let's see how many people will actually come out and support Gokhshtein Media. I would love to see how many people start supporting G Media and its entire staff and everything that the staff does. I'd like to see how many people start supporting G Media. Because you guys are asking for real projects and real companies. Well, I want to see you guys support a real company. Let's go ahead and see how that. Let me see you guys go ahead and not just talk about it, but be about it. Let me see that happen. We've never left during the bear market. We still won't leave. We're here during all these market conditions. But let's see. Let's see how you support us.
And there's been
Let's see
some
how you
ups and
support
some
us.
downs, David. There's been some ups and some downs. We have had a lot of people roll through here. So
5 years. 5 years. We've done a better job than Cointelegraph and CoinDesk. We bootstrapped our way here. We've taken no money. The other guys, VC money, all that shit. Let's see you support something that has been literally built by a community.
actually, one of them, if you track one of the major sources of crypto and NFT news, is they're actually linked to a lot of bots. They didn't have a manager for their program, and then some of them have. Oh,
Who cares?
okay.
I don't even mention them.
I didn't mention their name. I just told you. I'm just like,
I know. But you know what? People will assume who it is, and they'll be like, G Media is talking shit about them. No, it's okay. It's all good.
all right, your business. I'm just a guy that gets up and hangs out with his friend every morning.
You know I love you, bro.
I love you too. They think we make money off of this. I'm like, yo, David and I do this because we care. That is the worst part. We do it because we care. Ain't no money to be made. I mean, there probably is money to be made, but right now we're doing it because we care about the community. We care about everyone that's out here. I get to freely share opinions about stuff that, most people are like, how did you put that together? Why do you know this? I have useless information gets locked upstairs. But apparently here, it has value. And I'm happy to give value to people. And I'm happy to be able to have a platform that allows me to be me, that allows me to have fun, that allows me to communicate to the audience. Like, we're blessed. And so I'm not going to take it for granted. Because those who remain silent ended up in shackles. Those who fought for what they believed in either died on the battlefield or sat in the kingdom of heaven. So guess what? I'm going to do what I need to do to sit in that kingdom. Because we are going to make something great. Because this is new. It's a new industry. It's not like everyone else is here. No, we're bringing people in. David is an expert. Me, I'm just a know-it-all. You all right, man?
I get frustrated. I get frustrated at the fact that it's not anger, it's passion. It's always passion. It's not anger. There's nothing to be angry about. It's that I really do care about this industry. Just like a lot of people in this room, on Twitter Spaces, I really do care. I've been here for so long, man. You just want to see this industry just grow and continue to innovate dope stuff. And when you see people support Sam Bankman, who you don't know, over people that you do know, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. But that's life in general. You will have a friend that will, you might have a small business. You'll have a small business on the corner, yet your best friend will rather hit the Amazon button to buy that product that you currently have in your own store. They won't negotiate with Amazon, but they will negotiate with you. Thank God I haven't listened to any family members building this business, because they would have told me to stop this a long time ago. Anyway, back to FTX. Let's look at the news.
People are asking about the Joe Biden thing too.
What happened to Joe Biden?
So Joe Biden apparently was leaving an event or something and was like, I don't know, maybe somebody might look into Elon Musk since he's talking to all these countries. So
Joe,
basic.
they do not like Elon. Like that's like we already know they don't like Elon. They don't
So
mention him when it comes to electric cars. They never say a word about him.
so Elon Musk is a federal contractor. He is subjugated to being upheld as a federal contractor. Um, oh, it's not the Bolshevik Act. Oh shit. Oh, I can't remember. There's an oh god. Basically, as a federal contractor, he still would have to report anytime he would do business or transact with a foreign country. Um, and if he does it through an unregistered agent, i.e., like Michael Flynn was, they're subjugated to actually then going to prison. So, or Manafort was the one who didn't register. So yeah, folks, that's kind of how it goes. So he effectively, if he doesn't report that he had any interactions or transactions with these folks or agencies, then he kind of he can get in trouble. So they can call him into Congress and he'll have a hearing.
FTX had $16 billion in customer assets. FTX lent more than half of it to its customer funds to its sister company.
If you want to buy a hoodie, uh, who should they DM? Michelle? I don't even. Whoever's on the G Media account, if you could answer Cisco, he's asking about our hoodies. He says he's
Yo, you know
6'5",
what?
240.
We should start a movement. We should start a movement with G Media now. Starting today. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm
A
definitely gonna,
movement?
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna figure it out today.
Okay.
No, Charles, I didn't sell my H bar. I'm still holding it. My hands hurt.
I sold mine, but I had to sell mine for different reasons.
I'm really
Mine
good
was
at holding.
mine
I'm
was on
good at holding
Voyager.
things and being exit liquidity for everyone. So don't worry about it. He's
Well,
checking in.
mine was on Voyager, David. That's why I had to get my shit off.
Oh,
I
by
was
the
like, oh
way, we're at 17.5 now. We are at 17.531.
shit.
So let's break it down. Bitcoin is at 17,541. Ethereum is at 1322. Tether is at 99 cents. Let's hope that it hits goes back to $1. BNB recovered to 307. Let's see. XRP's down. Cardano's down. Dogecoin it was at like 7 cents. It's at 9 again. Solana is at $17.63. That was a good bet right there.
Yeah, I bought it 16.
Solana is going to make the ultimate You know what? This reminds me, and a lot of people have made this statement, but this reminds me of Solana reminds me of when Ethereum was down in the same range. Again, I'm not saying Solana is going to turn out to be Ethereum. All I'm saying is it reminds me of when, Ethereum was sitting at these low points as well. So just saying, not financial advice, of course, and that word, by the way, not financial advice really doesn't mean dick anymore, but just saying that Solana could potentially go ahead and do what Ethereum did. If there's nothing else that's hidden that we don't know about, because like now it's kind of like, what's next? What's next to come out? I am so tired. In the last 48 hours or 72 hours, I don't even know how many hours. But when all this news started to roll out, this has been nuts. Like you can't even keep up. I mean, I from a news standpoint, it's cool, but it's like it's also really tiring because you're not. I'd like to go ahead and sit through all this stuff and like dissect it, try to figure out what is really happening here.
Instead, you're just like one after the next, right? You can't really
And
digest anything.
that's why yesterday I sounded one way and today I sound another way because I finally got to sit down and like read about it and say, okay, now I get it. Now I have a different take. It's not because I'm just like news is coming in. Oh, Sam did this. Sam's an asshole.
Okay.
And now Sam wants to go ahead in his thread. If anybody's read the thread that Sam put out, Sam tweeted out that he wants to go ahead and put one of a major player on blast. It's definitely going to be CZ. If that the major player he's probably talking about is definitely CZ. It has to be. Because Sam's probably going to be like, yo, see, because even if you read his tweet, first of all, Sam, you can't blame CZ. You can't blame CZ for your troubles. But he put it out there that like, oh, because Binance was going to buy FTX, I couldn't really go ahead and talk to you guys. What are you talking about? What? You had plenty of time to talk to us. You had plenty of time to go ahead and talk to us, and now I couldn't talk to you guys. You could have talked to us. You didn't want to. You were looking to go ahead and get saved. That's why you weren't saying nothing.
Who? Oh, come on.
Sam.
Look, for what it's worth, it is what it is.
It is what it is. What are you talking about? It is what it is.
For what it's worth, it is what it is, man. Like, look, Sam, he better stay in the Bahamas because he's going to get fucked up otherwise. He going to fuck around. He's about to find out. He need to go to a country that got no extradition because he about to find out. Is what it is. Like, look, when you keep it real, you keep it real. He either going to get fucked up or he's going to get fucked because his ass is going to prison. Like, that's what's about to happen. There's some dudes that ain't going to be very happy with him, and they got a lot more money and a lot more time, and they're evil as shit. They're going to come for him. That's why he's sitting there wherever he is just playing Halo. He better hire some security and better get a better car than a Nissan or whatever, Toyota Camry or whatever he drives.
It's a Nissan Sentra, I think.
I don't even know what it was. But either way, he needs to get a better car because he's going to need some protection.
Yo, that was probably the telltale sign. When he showed off his car and he was driving a Nissan Sentra, all of us should have known. All of us should have known. We should have all known. We didn't. We didn't put two to two together. Ain't nobody who got $16 billion is driving a Nissan Sentra. We should have known at that point our funds were not safe. How did none of us, including myself, how do we not go ahead and call it out? The man was driving a Nissan Sentra and we did not even know. We didn't even look into it. Nobody even questioned. Yo, if I had $16 billion, I'd be driving a Bugatti. I would have had a Ferrari custom made. Nissan Sentra? Nah. Sam, when that video came out from Nas, the guy Nas who goes around and he goes around the world, interviewing people and doing like journalism and shit like that. When he went ahead and showed us his car, right? Nissan Sentras are only used to go ahead and Uber. It's either Uber Eats or to Uber. We should have known.
He was
doing Uber and Uber Eats to go ahead and try to save FTX.
Yo, David, I just got wow.
And lift. And lift.
Ah, man. I got a really nice DM, David. It's a really nice message from a young man. He said he appreciates us. Said he really does, and said that as a young black man, he doesn't see many people that come with this type of energy, and so he's glad to see us on camera. So I like that. Cool. I'm glad I can be an inspiration to somebody. Don't know who, but and he said he likes us. He didn't just say me. He said us. So I had to tell you too.
Yo, Sam's about to be pulling up in his Nissan Sentra. He's gonna be picking you up after your club.
Yeah.
After he's gonna be picking you people up at 11. The club 11. He's gonna be Ubering his ass by 11.
Yep. Hey, David, we might have Kyle coming on. Kyle wanted to come on and say some few words or chat with us real quick. Let's see if he can connect.
Yeah, I feel like I ran a marathon, bro.
Well, you had to get up hella early. Did you skip your 5 a.m. to do the
No, I don't
space?
skip nothing.
Oh, geez.
Why am I David Gokhshtein? Like, how many David Gokhshteins are popping up here?
I don't know.
This is it's 11:17 a.m. You've tuned into the breakdown, episode 87, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, also xSPECTAR, and powered by Gokhshtein Media. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's tuned in. You guys have, our numbers have kept on growing. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it. Me and Akil we put the work in, man. We really do. Like we put the work in, and Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be bringing on a lot of guests. Don't know who. It'll just be surprise guests within the industry and outside of it, and we'll have fun with it. Hopefully, there'll be better times than this. Seriously, like hopefully we can go ahead and talk about people creating, dope things in this industry rather than sitting here and trying to figure out what happened. How did FTX do this? How did they get away with it? Like, because that's what we're doing right now. Sounds like I'm blaming CZ. I'm not. I'm just, again, it's my opinion. I don't think he's a bad guy. Just because I'm stating this doesn't mean that I am a bad guy or that he's a bad guy. But I can be sitting here on my couch, all right, and playing Monday morning quarterback also.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like you put the community first. It should always be that way. You put the community first.
You should. You should.
You know why? Hold on. I'm gonna just say this because long term, if you're CZ and you put the community, I'm not saying he didn't. Okay, so now I'm sure somebody's going to take my words out of context, but if he does short term, it's painful for him if he does that, right?
Yeah.
But long term, CZ is seen as the hero of this space in everybody's eyes, not just one particular group, but everybody.
So, David, while I hear you, and there's a lot of you that agrees, I'm just simply going to say once again, he was protecting a community, the Binance community. I mean, that's his first, and I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like, that's your first team. Your first team you got to protect. And then like, hey, is anybody, okay, somebody else could do this. It just can't be me, but I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm getting the fuck out. Like, he's told you, hey, we're going to be liquidating our shit in the next couple of days. FYI, something wrong with FTX. Sam gives him a call. We can do this. All right, fine. We'll see about, we'll purchase you. After some research is done, it's, this shit ain't for us. but he's public about it. At least he was telling you along the way. And Sam like backed it up, like, no, we're working something out. I mean, they at least told you. That Voyager shit, that Celsius shit, when those guys all started going down, they didn't say dick to you. They didn't say dick to you. You didn't even have a chance. You didn't have a chance to get your money out of Voyager. Although I was saying, hey, something ain't right with Voyager. I'm grabbing my money. I'm getting out. But they didn't tell you a thing. And so for whatever reason, I at least have more respect for these two individuals because they are trying to be as transparent as possible. And that's no cap. They're trying to be transparent as possible. And at the end of the day, it is incumbent on us as a community to inform one another. You guys got information? Bring it. Like, that's what we're building here. We're building a community, a culture that is no longer subservient to the other side of anything. It's subservient to the truth. Give me the information.
Breaking news. I'm being told that, again, this is just rumors now, but FTX on chain, it is showing that FTX is, hold on a second, FTX is allowing withdrawals of funds. But that's coming off of on everything that's being seen on chain. Yo, I can't keep up, man. Seriously. I'm gonna start drinking coffee.
Oh, don't do that.
No, like I'm like I don't know. Like this is crazy, bro. Like I can't.
I got some pills for you. You know. Hey, so Kyle, hey Alex, Kyle should be coming in on the backside.
This is crazy. Yeah, honestly, I cannot keep up, man. Like my head hurts. My head hurts, man. Yesterday, I said I had. By the way, I tweeted a question out to the community because, like, I tweeted also at, I also tweeted at Gokhshtein Media to see if anybody on the Gokhshtein Media staff can confirm this. But I was like, I was hearing rumors that El Salvador went ahead and had all their stuff on FTX. And I said, with a question mark, did El Salvador have their stuff on FTX? Question mark. Oh my God, I got attacked.
You're supposed to get attacked.
All right, we have 2 minutes for somebody to come on.
All right, Kyle, what's going on, man? Nope. You're outside. We can't hear you. Are you talking to yourself?
Kyle looks like he steals people and throws them into the back of a trunk. What's going on, Kyle, man?
He's pointing at you now, and he's frozen.
And he's gone. All right.
Nope.
No, he's frozen, bro.
Yeah, he's frozen.
He is frozen, and
he has that Solana phone. He's straight. No, he has Solana phone with a Mint Mobile plan.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I hope that obviously there's 5 minutes until we close. So first of all, shout outs to everybody again for joining in. The Breakdown episode 87, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, xSPECTAR, powered by Gokhshtein Media. Everybody tuning in on YouTube and those tuning in on Twitter Spaces, we appreciate you. Obviously, we've talked about FTX. There's new news coming out every 5 minutes. I'm trying to keep up. I'm going to try to do the best that I can. I'm going to be tweeting like crazy. I'm going to try to tweet. I'm not trying to be first, and I don't want G Media to be first either. I want to tweet things that are factual. So I'm going to try as best as I can for myself. I'm talking to myself now, not to go ahead and tweet immediately as soon as I hear something. It's confirm and then go, not just go and then confirm. Because you know what? Little things start, you know how it goes, man. You say things just snowball, and I
Oh
don't want to
yeah.
go ahead and put out anything that's just fucking fud and false. So that also, obviously, went out on Friday. I really hope. Uh, Obviously, there's crypto and coffee that goes on at 10 o'clock on Fridays because that really is the only other show that I go on to. If there's any other show that's out there, it's really crypto and coffee on Fridays that I will go ahead and tune into. I hope that Jess goes ahead and really dives down deep into everything that's played out with FTX, CZ, Binance, all that shit. Uh, because it is super necessary. Like tomorrow's show, Jess, I'm not trying to dictate to you how you should run your show, but tomorrow's show
Needs to be
literally
about that.
all out what has happened and transpired in this space. And that is in your hands because I am not going onto anybody else's show to go ahead and talk with the community about it. Your show tomorrow needs to be about that. I just asked for
It's all out war, David. It's gonna be all out war.
it. Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
mean
have
tomorrow
people
is
fucking pissed.
this is goat season. And like you need like Jess, like I know you know how to run shows, but you need to go ahead and like tomorrow is like no holds bars, man. Like, and it's about this topic. Not saying that not saying that your other shows don't do that. I'm saying like this is super important for us tomorrow. Tomorrow is super important. I know, and this might sound like, oh, he's being over dramatic. No, it's not. This is like real. This is my career. This is a lot of people's careers. People are in this. We need to talk about it. We need to have everybody in the conversation. I do not want to go to any of those other paid rooms, okay? Any of those other fucking rooms where all they're doing is stroking themselves and only want to hear their goddamn voices.
And shilling their tokens and their projects. It's an all-out war, folks. This is the civil war of crypto. This is David. This is what we're fighting. That's the movement. The civil war of crypto has started. Sam, you have made yourself public enemy number one. Voyager, Celsius, all of you, because Sam came in and you all probably knew that this was going on. But you were so goddamn selfish and so self-righteous that you were worried about saving your own asses while your top executives were going to walk away with millions of dollars. Small investors got fucking ravaged. I'm on Team CZ.
I'm on team community. How about that? I'm team community. No holds bars. I am ready. 10 a.m. tomorrow, crypto and coffee. I am there. You should be there also. Tell your friend, tell your grandmother, tell everybody. It's happening. And I know it's going to be a show.
Yep.
It better be one. Anybody who drives a Nissan Sentra and runs a crypto exchange should never be trusted again. We need to find out what CZ is driving. We need to find out what KuCoin CEO is driving. We need to find out what Crypto.com CEO is driving because those are telltale signs. That's all I'm saying. And on that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be on Twitter for the next 18 hours going at it. And on that note, I pass it off to Akil, but I do want to say I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and I hope the market recovers for our sake because you know what? We deserve it. We, the people, deserve it. Akil, you got the mic.
Well, thank you, David, and thank you, everybody at home, for tuning in once again to another breakdown, episode 87. We're bringing the fire. We're bringing the smoke. No holds bar, no cap cultures. Folks, we're coming now. The gloves are off. But remember this, love somebody too. Remember, this earth is way, 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 way too small to be angry all the time. Touch grass. Have a great day and a